What if I told you that a single spoon of peanut butter could help your heart, confuse your hormones, support weight loss, and silently harm your health, depending on how you eat it? Peanut butter is sitting in millions of kitchens, promoted as a healthy food, especially for kids, gym lovers, and people trying to gain or lose weight. But behind this creamy spread lies a shocking truth most people never hear. Today, we'll break down what really happens inside your body when you eat peanut butter, who should eat it, who should avoid it, and how to eat it without damaging your health. Stay till the end, because one common peanut butter mistake could be affecting your brain, heart, and waistline without you realizing it. Part 1. Why peanut butter became so popular. Peanut butter didn't become famous by accident. It's cheap, tasty, filling, and marketed as a protein-rich superfood. 1 tablespoon contains healthy fats, plant-based protein, vitamin E, magnesium, niacin. For athletes, busy professionals, and parents, it feels like a perfect food. But nutrition is not just about what's inside a food, it's about how your body reacts to it. And that's where the shocking impact begins. Part 2. The good what peanut butter does right. Let's start fair. Peanut butter does have benefits when eaten correctly. 1. Supports heart health. Natural peanut butter contains monounsaturated fats, the same type found in olive oil. These fats help lower bad cholesterol, LDL, improve good cholesterol, HDL, reduce inflammation in blood vessels. This means moderate peanut butter intake may lower heart disease risk. 2. Keeps you full for longer. Peanut butter slows digestion due to its fat and protein content. This helps control appetite, reduce snacking, stabilize blood sugar spikes. That's why it's often recommended for people trying to manage hunger. 3. Brain and nerve support. Peanut butter contains niacin and vitamin E, both important for brain health. These nutrients support memory, nerve function, protection against oxidative stress. So yes, in small amounts, peanut butter can support brain health. Part 3. The shocking side, what no one talks about. Now, let's talk about the part most labels don't tell you. 1. Peanut butter is extremely calorie dense. Just 2 tablespoons equals around 190-200 calories. The shocking part, most people eat 3-4 tablespoons without realizing it. This can easily stall weight loss, promote belly fat, lead to slow weight gain. People think it's healthy, so more is better. That mindset alone causes thousands of calories to sneak into the diet every week. 2. Hormonal confusion from omega-6 overload. Peanuts are very high in omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-6 is not bad, but too much creates inflammation when not balanced with omega-3. Excess omega-6 may increase joint pain, worsen hormonal imbalance, trigger inflammatory conditions for people already eating vegetable oils, fast food, or processed snacks. Peanut butter can push inflammation even higher. 3. Blood sugar spikes. Yes, even without sugar, this surprises many people. Even unsweetened peanut butter can raise blood sugar if eaten alone in large amounts with white bread or sugar. For people with diabetes, insulin resistance, PCOS, this can quietly worsen blood sugar control. Part 4. The hidden danger. Processed peanut butter. This is where things get truly shocking. Most commercial peanut butters contain added sugar, hydrogenated oils, excess salt, preservatives. Hydrogenated oils are linked to heart disease and inflammation. Added sugar trains your brain to crave more sweetness. Many brands marketed as healthy are nutritional traps. If your peanut butter ingredient list has more than peanuts optional salt, then it's not helping your health, it's harming it. Part 5. Peanut butter and weight loss, friend or enemy. Here's the truth. Peanut butter can help weight loss, and peanut butter can destroy weight loss. It depends on portion control and timing. Helpful when limited to 1 tablespoon paired with fiber, apple, oats, whole grains used as a replacement, not an addition, harmful when eaten straight from the jar, added on top of an already high-calorie diet used as a healthy snack. Multiple times a day, peanut butter doesn't burn fat, it just prevents hunger. If calories aren't controlled, weight gain follows. Part 6. Peanut butter and gut health. Peanut butter contains compounds called lectins. In sensitive individuals, lectins may irritate the gut lining, cause bloating, trigger digestive discomfort. This is more common in people with IBS, leaky gut, chronic inflammation. If peanut butter causes bloating, fatigue, or skin issues, your gut may be reacting, not adapting. Part 7. Peanut butter for kids, healthy or risky. Peanut butter is often given to children, but caution matters. Benefits: energy-dense, supports growth, easy to eat. Risks: choking hazard if thick, sugar-loaded brands increase obesity risk. Peanut allergy potential for kids. Peanut butter should be natural, thinly spread, given in small amounts. Healthy doesn't mean unlimited. Part 8. Who should avoid peanut butter? Peanut butter is not for everyone. Avoid or limit if you have peanut allergy, severe acne, omega-6 may worsen it, autoimmune or inflammatory conditions, poor portion control, habits. Health is personal. What helps one body may harm another. Part 9. How to eat peanut butter the right way. Here's the safe, smart way to enjoy peanut butter. Choose 100% natural peanut butter. Limit to 1 tablespoon per serving. Pair with fiber or protein. Avoid eating it late at night. Balance omega-6 with omega-3 foods and never eat it mindlessly from jar. That's where health goals disappear. Final thoughts: peanut butter is not a villain, but it's also not a magic health food. Its impact depends on quantity, quality, your body's needs. Used wisely, it can support heart and brain health. Used carelessly, it can silently fuel weight gain, inflammation, and hormonal imbalance. The shocking truth is this: peanut butter isn't dangerous, but ignorance is. Peanut butter may look harmless because it's thick, natural, and often labeled as a healthy fat. But its calorie density makes it surprisingly easy to overeat. Just 1 tablespoon contains close to 100 calories, and 2 tablespoons, the standard serving size, can reach around 190 to 200 calories. The problem is that most people don't stop at 2 tablespoons. A generous spread on bread, a few extra scoops in a smoothie, or eating it straight from the jar can quickly turn one serving into 3 or 4 without any sense of fullness. That means 400 to 500 calories can be consumed in just a few minutes, often without realizing it. What makes this even more dangerous is that natural peanut butter doesn't taste overly sweet or junk-like, so the brain doesn't register it as overeating. Unlike sugary snacks that trigger guilt or awareness, peanut butter feels nutritious, which lowers caution. This creates a silent calorie surplus that slowly adds up over days and weeks. Weight gain from peanut butter usually doesn't happen suddenly. It creeps in quietly, showing up as stubborn belly fat or a plateau in weight loss efforts. Another issue is that fat calories are easy to consume but slow to burn. While peanut butter does help control hunger, that benefit disappears if it's added on top of an already sufficient meal instead of replacing something else. Many people eat a full breakfast and then add peanut butter for health, unknowingly pushing their daily calories beyond what their body needs. This is why peanut butter can sabotage weight loss even when the diet seems clean. The food itself isn't the enemy, portion blindness is. Without measuring or consciously limiting intake, even the most natural peanut butter can become a hidden contributor to gradual, frustrating weight gain. Peanut butter starts as a simple food, just ground peanuts, but the version most people buy is far from that. To improve taste, texture, and shelf life, Many manufacturers add sugar, hydrogenated oils, and large amounts of salt. These additions completely change how peanut butter behaves inside the body. What should be a nutrient-dense spread becomes a highly processed product that promotes inflammation rather than health. Added sugar is often the first problem. Even small amounts, when consumed regularly, spike blood sugar and insulin levels. Over time, this contributes to insulin resistance, increased fat storage, and stronger cravings for sweets. Sugar also fuels low-grade inflammation in the body, which is linked to heart disease, diabetes, and accelerated aging. Because peanut butter doesn't taste extremely sweet, people underestimate how much sugar they're consuming. Hydrogenated oils are even more concerning. These oils contain trans fats or trans fat-like compounds that disrupt normal cell function. They increase bad cholesterol while lowering good cholesterol, directly raising the risk of heart disease. Trans fats also interfere with hormone signaling and promote systemic inflammation, which can worsen joint pain, fatigue, and metabolic disorders. The irony is that these oils are added to keep peanut butter smooth and prevent oil separation at the cost of long-term health. Excess salt adds another hidden risk. High sodium intake contributes to water retention, elevated blood pressure, and strain on the heart and kidneys. When combined with inflammatory fats and sugar, salt amplifies the stress on the cardiovascular system. Together, these additives transform peanut butter from a natural fat source into an inflammatory food. That's why reading the ingredient label matters more than the front of the jar. Marketing a product promoted as healthy can quietly undermine heart health, metabolism, and overall well-being when it's heavily processed. Peanut butter is rich in omega-6 fatty acids, a type of fat the body needs in small amounts but can easily consume in excess. The problem isn't omega-6 itself, it's the imbalance. Modern diets already contain large quantities of omega-6 from vegetable oils, packaged foods, fried snacks, and restaurant meals. When peanut butter is added frequently on top of this, the body's fat balance shifts toward a pro-inflammatory state. Omega-6 fats are converted in the body into compounds that can promote inflammation when they dominate over omega-3 fats. Chronic, low-grade inflammation doesn't always cause immediate symptoms, which makes it dangerous. Over time, it can manifest as persistent joint pain, muscle stiffness, headaches, and general fatigue. People with arthritis or inflammatory conditions may notice their symptoms quietly worsening without understanding why. Hormones are also sensitive to this imbalance. Inflammation interferes with normal hormone signaling, particularly insulin, cortisol, and sex hormones. This disruption can lead to issues such as stubborn weight gain, energy crashes, irregular menstrual cycles, and increased stress responses. In men, chronic inflammation may affect testosterone balance, while in women it can worsen hormonal acne and PMS symptoms. Skin is often one of the first places where excess omega-6 intake shows up. Inflammatory oils can increase sebum production and trigger acne, especially around the jawline and face. Many people blame dairy or sugar, while the real issue may be an overload of inflammatory fats. This doesn't mean peanut butter must be eliminated. The key is moderation and balance. Pairing omega-6 rich foods with omega-3 sources like fish, flax seeds, or walnuts helps restore equilibrium. Without that balance, frequent peanut butter consumption can quietly fuel inflammation rather than support health. Peanut butter is often assumed to be safe for blood sugar because it contains fat and protein, but the way it's eaten makes a big difference. When consumed alone, especially in larger amounts, peanut butter can still lead to a delayed rise in blood glucose. Its fat content slows digestion, but once the carbohydrates and calories are absorbed, blood sugar can climb and stay elevated for longer than expected. This prolonged elevation can be particularly harmful for people with diabetes or insulin resistance. The risk becomes much higher when peanut butter is paired with white bread, white toast, or refined flour products. White bread is rapidly digested and quickly converts into glucose, causing a sharp blood sugar spike. Adding peanut butter doesn't cancel this effect. It often masks it. The fat in peanut butter delays stomach emptying, which can make the spike appear later but last longer. This delayed surge is dangerous because it's harder to detect and manage, especially for diabetics who rely on predictable glucose patterns. For people with insulin resistance, repeated blood sugar spikes, whether fast or delayed, force the pancreas to release more insulin. Over time, cells become less responsive to insulin, worsening metabolic health. This cycle can lead to increased fat storage, energy crashes, and stronger cravings shortly after eating, even when the meal seemed balanced. Another hidden issue is portion size. Many people spread far more peanut butter on bread than they realize, increasing the total carbohydrate and calorie load. This combination can quietly sabotage blood sugar control while still feeling satisfying and familiar. To reduce this risk, peanut butter should be paired with high fiber foods such as whole grains, seeds, or vegetables, and portions should remain small. For diabetics, mindful combinations matter more than the food itself, because blood sugar response depends not just on what you eat, but how you eat it. Peanut butter can be either a smart nutritional tool or a hidden health problem, and the difference often comes down to awareness. 1 tablespoon is enough to provide healthy fats, a bit of protein, and satiety without overwhelming the body with excess calories. At this portion size, peanut butter can help stabilize hunger, support energy levels, and make meals more satisfying. The key is pairing it correctly, so it works with your body instead of against it. When peanut butter is combined with fiber-rich foods, such as apples, oats, whole grains, chia seeds, or vegetables, it slows digestion in a healthy way and reduces blood sugar fluctuations. Pairing it with additional protein like yogurt, eggs, or cottage cheese further improves satiety and prevents cravings. In these combinations, peanut butter acts as a complement, not the main calorie source, allowing you to enjoy its benefits without unintended side effects. The problem begins with mindless eating. Spoon after spoon from the jar bypasses hunger cues and portion awareness. Because peanut butter is smooth, comforting, and not very filling in large quantities, it's easy to consume hundreds of calories in minutes. This type of eating doesn't register as a meal, so people often eat again soon afterward, leading to a calorie surplus and digestive discomfort. Mindless spooning is also often tied to stress or emotional eating. In those moments, peanut butter becomes a comfort food rather than a nutritional choice, increasing the risk of overconsumption. Over time, this habit can contribute to weight gain, inflammation, and poor metabolic control. Using a spoon to measure, planning pairings in advance, and eating peanut butter as part of a structured meal or snack transforms it from a potential problem into a controlled benefit. Awareness, not restriction, is what protects your health.